to do that one thing.
There we go. All right, let's try that again. Good afternoon and welcome to Titan Talk.
I was trying to figure out how to do like the cut finger thing.
Brian, did you touch my stuff? You messed it up.
Brian was probably in here like singing.
Well, he was messing with my cameras before, so I think he messed up my stuff.
Oh, we didn't do an intro.
So good afternoon. I like to partially one. I messed it up because of the audio. So today, guys, thanks for joining us. As you can tell, thanks to the holiday weekend coming up, I'm a little space case right now. But today, Captain McFarland is not here. He is on vacation, a little early vacation we sent him on so he can get some reprieve because pretty sure he was going to kill Lieutenant Shaughnessy.
On a daily basis.
So we told him to go home and enjoy himself so he can take a little early vacation. So I have Lieutenant Shaughnessy here joining me, and I also have Lieutenant Brown as well. So, gentlemen, thank you for joining me and taking the time out of today. I know one of you has the day off and is
I'm in the captain's chair.
suffering with us. So we just wanted to... afternoon. Do you need any more energy drinks?
Actually, yeah. I know George put that one.
She
yes.
absolutely just
She
said that.
actually made me laugh.
I saw that.
So, a lot.
Yeah.
That was a cute little gift you left him on his desk. I thought it was hilarious when he told me what it was. A few C4s wrapped up in a little bow. Like
Duct tape.
Yeah,
Like
duct tape.
C4.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
I saw it on the fridge. Yeah.
At first, it took me a while to like understand it. At first, I was like, all right, this is just duct taped. Then I was like, wait,
They're C4s.
Yep.
what does that mean? What does that mean?
Or gentlemen, or children.
It's gonna be all. It's gonna be all the time. Me and Brown bicker all day long, every day.
Like me and McFarland.
Yeah, exactly.
So we appreciate everybody for joining us today. We just want to prep everybody for a little bit for the holiday weekend. It is Memorial Weekend, so we made it through this week, which was... I know that we say this, I think me and McFarland say this every week, but we've made it to Friday.
Yeah.
But with this week, has probably been a little bit more stressful than
A
most.
lot more hectic than a normal week does.
Hey, we
Yeah.
still got 3 hours till end of business day. So
We? No. Mine
I still
ended
have 3
6
hours.
minutes ago.
Once he hits end, he's gone.
No. Mine ended 6 minutes ago with the podcast starting. That was the end of my business day. You sir are on your own.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I'm back here at midnight, so
Gary, thanks for joining us. Billy, thanks for joining us.
Gary, aren't you on post?
Shut up. Brian, I see you in there as well. So we just wanted to prep everybody. For those of you working this weekend, it is going to be a rather nice weekend with the weather. So with it being a holiday weekend, expect more people to be out at your locations. If you're working in an area that's got a ton of public space, there's going to be a ton of people walking around and hanging out in parks and more people in stores. So all of you guys at Union Station, any of our stores, just be prepared for a ton of people. Keep to your policies and post orders. And if you guys have any questions or if you need any assistance, please do not hesitate to reach out to the LTs. These guys will get you all set up with whatever you need. So just make sure that we're keeping our heads on a swivel with more people out within the warmer weather. There's going to be a little bit more attitude with the warmer weather.
A lot more.
It's going to start picking up. So
Yeah.
keep yourselves safe. Keep your heads on a swivel.
Yeah, especially if you're in the PNL area. With it
Yes, you
being a
do,
holiday
Billy.
Weekend.
I don't know if that's been made public, so I'm not going to tell. I'm not going to say any more than that. But yes, you do start your new stuff tomorrow. So
Billy,
once,
why would you put that in a public chat?
Yeah.
No, if you're in the PNL area, it's obviously gonna be super packed. A lot of intoxicated people. So
Yes. For those of you working,
make sure that everybody's staying.
for those of
hydrated.
you working overnights for the patrol guys, if you guys wind up watching this, I don't know if any of you do.
They don't.
I didn't think so, but I can dream. Darn it.
Maybe.
For any of you guys, if you do decide to watch this, coming in the summer, as we get to the warmer weather, everything's going to pick up an activity-wise. So just be a little bit more careful out there and keep yourselves, as safe as you can, and reach out for backup if you need
Smart
it.
decisions.
Yep.
Yes.
Common sense. That's really all you need.
Well, Billy, I know your people know.
Billy, I think we need to tell you probably more than anybody else on your team that you
Should.
need to,
Silence.
Yeah.
But no, so other than that, with the holiday weekend and everything, we just want to make sure everybody was a little bit more prepped, and we put it out there that it's, if you've never worked a security during a holiday, for those of you who watch that are new to the company or have never worked a holiday for security or law enforcement or anything, holidays are fun. You get a ton of activity. You get a ton of people that decide that they want something that's not theirs, or they want to start a fight, or they're more they're more what's the right way to say it?
Hectic.
active.
Yeah, active.
More
I
active.
like
yeah.
active.
I mean, it's kind of like a bear, if you will. They're hibernating during the winter, and then
Yeah.
when it gets warmer and you
know,
start to have all the holidays coming up, is when they start to go crazy.
It's funny when I first started this job a decade ago. It's upsetting to say that out loud. When my dad found out, he was like, "Are you sure that's really what you want to go into?" And I was like, "Yeah, it really is."
I was 13 years old a decade ago.
Shut up. And
Same.
I said, "It really is." I hate you. Get off my podcast.
You invited us.
I did. And that's the sad part.
Yeah.
But my dad asked me if this is really what I wanted to do, and I told him yeah. And I joined in the winter, so my first post was in the winter, and there was like nothing. I mean,
Right.
there was a couple of noise complaints because I worked in an apartment complex, so there was noise complaints and stuff like that. But it was super easy.
Yeah,
And
I think
My
it-
first summer,
Sorry.
oh boy, I was like, oh, this is, and I was like, this is definitely different. And my supervisor at the time, the corporal, rolls up because I was at a different post by this time, and goes, "You regret your decision yet?" And I go, "No, not yet." He goes, "I give it 6 weeks."
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
a change of pace between seasons.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
especially
For sure.
like winter. I feel like it's more like homeless people in the buildings and people just trying to
Yeah.
get warm, which obviously
Yeah.
can't blame them for that. But that's our job to go.
Diego, welcome. Glad to have you back. And he says, "I was 12 a decade ago." To
Thank
hell
you.
with all three of you.
Everybody calm old. But I feel like in the summer it's more of like the
just,
assaults or just acting erratic.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. More of like the public when it's easier to just hang out outside.
Easier to hang out.
Definitely when as it gets warmer,
Heat
you run
stroke,
into more
you know?
more public stuff.
Yeah.
Heat stroke's a big one, guys. So make sure you're drinking lots of water. We've said it before, and we'll continue to say it. If you're prepping for hydration, it's the day before, not the day of. If you're dehydrated and you start drinking water, you are already too late.
That's correct. Yeah, I always say
Gary goes, "You all make me feel old."
me and Lieutenant Brown went over to his site, Gary's, the other day or yesterday, I think.
Yesterday.
And that was the entire conversation, was just how old he is.
I would know we
How
had
we
this
make him feel bad.
conversation when I went out there 3 hours ago.
Yeah, it's
That's hilarious.
I met a guy, I think it was my 4th year, when I was on patrol, and I met an officer. I was 306 at the time, and it's on the part of where we were on the line between. This property is dead on the line between KCMO and KCK, and so when you call,
Oh,
it's a
you've told me
Toyn-
this.
It's a Toyn Casa who you
Yeah.
get. And I'd met this officer there multiple times. Like he was always, when he wanted to chill and like not do anything, he would come to the 306 land and just hang out in the dark. He'd shut his lights off. He's had radios on and everything, but he'd just dark out. He'd dark out the car so that way nobody knew he was there, and he would just hang out.
Yeah.
And I rolled up one time and he's sitting there and I was talking to him. And he goes, "How long have you been doing this?" I was like, "I've been doing it like 4 years now." And he just like, the depression that hit him when I said that, like he just like looked down and he goes, and I go, "What?" He goes, "I've been doing this for 27 years. I go, 27 years as a law enforcement? He goes, "Yeah." And I go, "That's pretty good, dude. Like, that's awesome."
Yeah.
I said, "You're at retirement age." He goes, "Yeah." He goes, or retirement for PD. He goes, "Yeah, I could retire." He goes, "But all in all, I think I've been doing this for 35. And I go, "What?" He goes, "Yeah." He goes, "I was security before I did this." And I said, "You were a security officer before you were a cop, and you're still doing it." He goes, "Yeah." I go, "Yep, you're a psychopath.
Yeah.
Absolutely a
God.
psychopath."
That's what I kind of mentioned in our recruitment for one of our divisions up in Lighthouse, that if you want to go into a law enforcement career, it's probably going to be the closest unit that you'll find.
Yeah.
I guess if anybody's interested in that, check your lighthouses.
Yes.
Check your lighthouses. I only got one email from it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
I forwarded it to you.
Oh, you did.
But yeah, that's probably
I ignore the email.
patrol or
That's fair.
or KCATA will probably be the closest.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
law
And those are the two
enforcement.
that work with law enforcement the most. Absolutely.
Exactly.
Or the CIDs do as well.
Yep.
Yeah,
Those
no,
are the-
CIDs, especially like Independence Avenue,
Yep.
CID. They'll see a lot during the summer. Those people.
Beatty, welcome for joining us.
They've
Go
already
Ziv.
seen a lot this summer.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I thought was interesting. We say that it's like hibernating during the winter, but this winter was more
This winter
active
was
than it
active.
was supposed to be.
Yeah.
It was way more active this
Yeah.
year, this winter than it has been in the past.
Yeah, as far as like
But I also think what that
poor
was.
decisions from the public. you
Well,
know?
I also think that's partly to do with COVID, because when COVID hit, everybody disappeared. Everybody was locked in their home. And I think this winter was probably the first time that everybody could start going out and exploring. And so everybody wanted to get out of the house.
Yeah.
And so we had a little bit more activity because everybody was cooped up for a year.
Right. Which makes sense. I mean, I would probably go do the same thing. Maybe not some of the stuff that I've seen in downtown. You know,
Justin, thanks for
yo-yo
joining us.
competitions and stuff. But
Yeah.
Let's see. Brian says legends on the podcast.
I wish you could tell it. Thank you, Brian.
Don't compliment
Brian,
him. That's
you
all
are
we need
so
is his ego
Brian.
getting-
You are so sweet to me. You are so sweet.
Stop it, Brian. You're
Me
gonna.
and Brian were looking at houses on a website. Just
gonna be roommates?
No, it was they
Brian's
were like
got a new
houses
roommate.
in
You
the
heard
UK.
it here live.
No.
Lieutenant Shaughnessy says he's gonna move in with Brian.
No, it's already a headache living with Brown. So
Let's see. Justin, thanks for joining us. Finally caught a live. Fantastic. Glad to have you live with us as well. But let's see. Other than that, I just wanted to have a little short one. Not
wait for Captain to be back.
one thing. We will not have a show on Monday. So originally I was going to come in and do the show, but I now have plans. For once.
What?
Yeah, I know.
What?
I know.
The cockroach of the office has plans?
Really?
You
Really?
you call
Really?
yourself that?
What are your plans for the next week? Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody have a
Okay.
good day. Glad everybody could be here. Oh my God. What else? Do we have any shout outs for the week?
Got Lieutenant Lululemon. Thank you,
Jarvis?
Justin. Thank you, Justin. I appreciate
Was that
that so
Justin?
much. I do.
I thought that was Jarvis. I was like, dude, come on.
Diego, we can't wait to have you back either, man. We miss you here. Miss you at work. And we glad to have you on the podcast as always.
Also, just so that in case anybody sees pictures of me at my little sister's graduation, I was a full Lululemon outfit.
Out yourself.
Yep, absolutely. I
Why
did.
don't you?
Absolutely, I did.
Now there's going to be people like looking for that picture. You know that, right?
I guarantee it's on his sister's Facebook.
I
I
really.
guarantee.
If
You know- do you
anybody
know his
looks
sister?
up, my sister's Facebook, inspections all
Brian-
around, write ups. I don't know,
Brian,
harassment. I
you
don't know.
now have a task.
And the
you're to-
podcast.
you-
and the
you are-
podcast.
you are to
and the
find that photo.
podcast. And the podcast.
It's too late.
No, don't make it weird.
Did it to yourself.
You did it. Yeah, you absolutely opened.
I
that
didn't say
Pandora's
how to
box.
find the picture. I just said that
It's
if anybody
common.
happens to
Come
see
on,
it.
it's common sense.
Man.
If you did it, would have just said I went to a graduation,
Yeah.
then it would have made it, when you outed yourself.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally did.
Family
That would have been
member,
so much
yeah.
smarter.
Yeah.
That would have been so much smarter. Have fun if you can actually type my last name.
I went to a graduation.
I'll put it in
Wednesday.
chat for everybody.
Yo. My sister's going to text me like, who are these people?
Why did I have 50 people try to friend request me?
That'd be hilarious.
You
Please
might
don't.
want to tell her to put her account on private.
Please don't. Can you do that on Facebook?
Yes.
Private? Yeah, absolutely. Mine is.
I'm going to text her that right after this podcast.
I text her now if I were you.
Oh my God.
I mean, we had one of our former employees have a graduation on Wednesday. Mm-hmm. She graduated police academy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Congratulations to her.
Yep.
I wish we could have been there. But
I was there.
yeah, Brown went there.
I was there.
Yeah. It was good.
That's good.
She's
Don't wanna out her.
going to do really good. She was super solid when she was here.
Yeah. I don't want to out
Yeah.
her all too much, but yeah.
Yeah,
she's
I'm not
do
going to say her
great.
name or where she's going, but
Oh,
no,
wow.
when she was here, she was phenomenal. You know, just
Phenomenal.
phenomenal.
Yeah, you had to throw it in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's in one every episode.
At least.
But no, I mean, you could give her any task.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Absolutely.
any call, she was perfect at handling. So she's going to do
Good.
She's going to do
Well,
really, really
Congratulations to you. I doubt you watch the podcast, but congratulations
Yeah.
to you.
good. Yeah, she probably doesn't.
If you do and you realize who you are, you know.
And just let us know when you want to come back.
Yep.
We'll be here.
Never going to happen.
Well,
Not if she's got on a department.
hey.
And I don't blame him.
So
That's,
one can
perfect-
hope. One can
We're
hope.
we're the perfect stepping stone for that, and I've
Oh,
said that
absolutely.
forever. You know, for everybody who wants to start in law enforcement and go that route, I'm a little biased, but we're probably the best for it because of how well we work with the local departments in our area,
Yeah,
with
well,
KCPD,
every
Well,
yeah,
and I think
local
just the way
department.
that the actual management side is ran as well. It's
Yep.
very department style. And
Diego, thanks for joining us,
It's
man.
good.
Glad to have you on live. Glad to have you on the episode again, and we can't wait for you to get back. Other than that, stay safe, brother. We'll catch you on the next one.
goodbye.
So,
But yeah, I feel like just the way that we are set up and the way that management actually runs things is very department style, and people can kind of see how it's ran and how they're gonna like that.
Yep.
You know, so it's definitely fun.
so
Fun from every aspect.
Lieutenant Brown, what do you got any fun plans for while you're not working this weekend?
I am working this weekend. So,
I said while you're not.
yeah, sleep.
No, dude, you can't do that.
Weekends are our 12s, and I get off late and get on semi-early for the time that I get off.
Get on at noon.
Yeah, and I get off at midnight. I usually
Sleep
leave
is-
here at 1.
Sleep is for the rich, the dead, and the retired, dude.
Yeah.
And me.
You'd be operating
No.
on 3 hours maximum.
Do you want me to end up like that?
That's what does that mean?
That's a good point. That's actually a really good point.
This is what happens when I don't have McFarland here to help back me up, because now I'm just stuck with the two nerds. Go to your schedules.
Oh, you want to start that?
No, please give me. I'm gonna pack
no.
up for the night.
No, you're stuck.
Hey, it's your weekend, so my
That
week's
means he
like-
can go all day.
Just keep it pointed at him,
Yeah, I'm already off the clock.
dude. Do you have anything fun going on?
No.
What about you?
No.
That's right. That's all you do is work.
Yeah.
You're trying to turn into another work version of me. So are you.
I'm
Two cockroaches instead of
getting
one.
there. I just have to go day shift first, and then I'll have stuff to do.
You have plenty of stuff to do. What do you mean?
Outside of work.
There's
Outside of work.
what
Oh, this
what
is
outside
great.
of work is.
I
No,
wish
what
I had-
outside,
I
what
wish I
outside
had
of
my
work can you
reaction
not
camera
do
working.
during the day?
I go rock climbing.
You rock
Hey,
climb?
dude,
I do rock climb.
rocks
No,
don't
you
just
don't.
Yeah, I do.
rocks
really?
don't
Before
disappear.
this, I was a climbing instructor for 3 years.
Really?
Yeah. Still got all my certifications.
All right.
I climb and rappel.
Can we just say that he feels like he can't go rock climbing in
don't
the
have-
afternoon or in the
I don't
morning?
have time.
Yes, you do.
Where is there somewhere to climb? Around here. I would have to drive out there.
Is there not like
It's
a
gonna
rock
be the
climbing
same.
facility? Yeah, there is. There's one up in Blue Springs.
I outdoor.
Huh?
I do outdoor.
What's the
This
difference?
dude is climbing Mount Everest.
One's free for
Or
the
wait,
most
Mount
part. The
Rushmore is
other
what I
one
meant to
is-
say.
Yeah, I'll give him that.
No.
Beatty, that is
All right,
brown.
until he can.
Also,
What?
outdoors is the way to go.
What did Beatty say?
He said, "That
I'm-
sounds like Brown."
I get nervous anytime that Beatty comments something.
Why?
He has
He
so
knows
much.
too much dirt.
Yeah, me and Beatty like talked for 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
Beatty, you're gonna have to give us some of that dirt.
There's not really dirt. It's just like embarrassing pictures.
Oh, Beatty, we
Oh,
gotta talk. We're gonna have to
No,
link
I
up.
have those. I have those. I got some.
Oh, he totally did. Yeah,
Yeah,
Brown's got him. Brown's got him. Yeah.
Yep.
Any in his Lululemon?
No.
No, there's a lot of Photoshop pictures.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
I
I've
used
we
seen
went to
that.
Paris together.
I used to sit. Beatty would get
Beatty.
so.
Oh, I have so many pictures.
Beatty would get so frustrated. You know how you can like scissor cut a certain thing out of stuff on Snapchat, like a picture.
No, I don't have Snapchat.
Okay, so Justin, you know how you know how you can like circle
Yes.
things out. You can it's like Photoshop essentially, where you
Okay.
just circle what you want to cut out.
Just
and
say it's like Photoshop.
Yeah, you can cut out someone's face, and then you can sticker it on something else.
Regardless. And I would take like a random picture of like a couple doing something off Google, and I would just crop me and Beatty's face onto it.
Oh god.
And I would send it to him throughout the night.
The best part is it's not a recent picture of Beatty. It's like his
Oh, it's
front
like
photo.
it's like right out of boot camp picture. He just buzz cut.
Oh, I'm so disappointed in both of you.
God, I'm gonna have to make that like my wallpaper or
He
something.
goes, we went to Paris.
Yeah, we did. we went working out together. I actually have one of. If you ever see the wallpaper I have on my computer, have you seen that one? Where it's
Don't
McFarlane.
just stop. Just stop. Yes, I've seen it, and that's all we're gonna say
love
about
Nick.
it.
I love-
I thought the next step was cheaper by the dozen with the Leon. Is
You know what? You know what? Actually, I need to change
What
that
is
wallpaper.
wrong with the both of you?
need
It's
to
all of
change-
him.
God.
I
need to
just
change that
encourage the
wallpaper
behavior.
because I was.
And my wife has jealousy problems.
Yeah, he sent it to us in a group chat with his wife.
Yeah.
Was she
so,
upset she didn't get to go to Paris with him?
Get this. I was
Why
o-
didn't you
I was
make the
over at a
pic-
site, right?
Okay.
No, she's not coming to Paris. She's
You need
not
to find a
coming
picture with 3 people and then put her in it too.
No,
Make her happy.
no, maybe. But I was at a site and the client saw my wallpaper on my computer because I adjusted it to where the
That's
screen never turns
so-
off, and she was like, "Nice, that's really good."
That's upsetting.
I was like, no." It's like, shit, I forgot to change it.
Oh no. That's
Coop just muted my
upsetting.
mic.
No, I
Coop
didn't. No, I
just changed
didn't.
my
I
volume
thought
down.
about it.
Yeah, I gotta change that actually. Because whenever I have it on the
I actually-
laptop stand,
I
in
actually
the
thought
computer
about
too.
muting the both of us and putting the camera on him and saying who what site. But I don't really want
You
to
know
know.
what site? I'm on this.
I
I'm at the
know
site
what
like
No,
9
no.
Yes.
Oh. All right.
Oh, it was great. It was great. I was a tomato. Tomato. I
You
was
are
like,
right now.
Lieutenant Lulu getting sus.
who put that? Who put that?
That's for me to know and you to see later.
I will. I will. Oh, I found out who the one that we won't say is.
Yeah.
Brown
I
told
haven't
me who it
seen
is.
him. I haven't seen it. He's not in the.
Snitch.
Don't worry.
Ratted him out.
Brown told on you. It's his fault. You can blame him.
Best show yet. We're making fun of each other, absolutely. Actually, I think we're making fun of you the most.
It's all right. But it's because I don't have him to. Cap usually defends me. You know.
That's great. I hope Cap is watching. He's not.
He's
he
not.
should be.
He's not, and he's not going to.
No, he doesn't watch our shows.
It's nice. It's like a balance to my ego. I wake up, I feel fine, and then I get here, and then it's just like like smack in the face. You know. It's hurtful.
You make us sound like we're monsters.
Yeah. If anything,
I think
I
the
give you
viewers
com-
can determine if you guys are monsters,
give
man.
you-
You
I
guys
give
have
you
been bullying the whole
compliments.
time.
if
too.
anything, we are balancing your ego, which is exactly what you just said.
What?
We're taking your ego.
We're
down a
getting
notch.
nowhere in this. We're getting nowhere in this podcast except for just ammo for the officers to make fun of me for. Okay.
Papa Cap isn't protecting you now.
Yeah. seriously. I wish I could read the comments. God, it frustrates me. To answer your question from a long time ago, Suzanne, yes, I need more energy drinks.
Please don't supply him with any more.
Popped into my head for a second. Except don't get the ones
Make
with
him,
don't get-
make him buy his own.
Yeah.
Don't buy him any. Make him buy his own. He can do that.
I just don't like the. I like the C4s.
Just make him buy his own. Okay?
I'm muted.
You're not muted. I turned your mic down. Now you're muted. Give me your mic.
Am I back on? Nice. Just not the ones with beta alanine.
Okay, if you're going to do that, I'm going to mute you again.
With what?
Makes my skin itch. Beta alanine.
Is that another thing you're allergic to?
No, it's a chemical in a lot of like pre-workouts. What makes your skin tingle?
Is Mr. allergic to everything allergic to that too?
No, I just don't like the feeling of like scratching on my face.
I think. he's
I think you're
allergic
allergic.
to it.
There might be a slight
All
allergy.
right, with
Yeah.
that.
I'm not making
with
fun
that,
of you. I'm, actually,
no,
I'm
no.
saying it's a legit thing.
No, that's what that's what the
I'm making
that's
fun
what
of
the
you.
chemical's supposed to do.
I'm making fun of you.
Dude, you're not gonna have a dog when you get home. I'm taking it. I'm leaving. Bear's coming with me, dude.
He'll be,
Low
he'll be
blow.
back.
Oh,
He'll be
man.
back.
Oh, I know.
I don't know. I don't even know how I'm gonna mess with him. I feel like I'm gonna do something. I don't know. Take away your.
If I get you an energy drink, will you forgive me for the Lieutenant Lululemon?
Who is that? Is that
Just
Justin
answer the
again?
question.
Is that Justin
Just
again?
answer the question.
Yeah, Lululemon doesn't really like. Or like Lieutenant Lulu doesn't really offend me. It was funny at first, and I was like, "Oh, that's gonna turn so bad," but it rolls off the tongue a little bit. You know? It's kind of a nice one.
Better than
There's-
Shaughnessy.
Yeah, dude. You know how hard it is when I answer the phone and I can barely create
your
my
own
own.
name?
Yeah, like,
You know, it's sad when he has a hard time saying his own name.
it's like a really long. Like my title is really long.
Lieutenant Shaughnessy.
Yeah. Can we end it? Like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
No, this is great.
Brown and I are
they're
about
loving
to
it.
fight down in the patrol room. I've got Sonic downstairs. I'm about to be across your face. About a food fight downstairs. I don't know.
I'm gonna walk downstairs before I leave, and I'm gonna see Brown with ketchup on him.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a Frito burrito, $1.49 at Sonic. There's the promotion I told you about.
Oh, Lord, not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Not sponsored. Just hungry.
But
Oh my God.
say other than that, guys, I think that's all I have.
Weather's
Oh,
supposed
yes,
to
Going
go
with the
hot.
weather. Weather's going to be hot all weekend. 81 on Saturday, 84 on Sunday, 86 Monday. So it's going to be mid to high 80s all week next week. So again, prep yourselves, stay hydrated. Hydration is the day before, not the day of. Keep your heads on a swivel for the holiday. And again, as a reminder, we will not have a show on Monday. I apologize. I was not able to get one recorded in time. Normally, if we're not going to do a live one, I'll have one pre-recorded. We couldn't get to it in time, guys, so I
The
apologize about that.
The schedule.
So we will not be Monday. We will see you guys next Friday live again, and I will make sure that we have some pre-recorded so that way you guys don't have to miss a day. So, on that, I think we're going to call it. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Any info on the Titan family outing?
That's at a park.
That is
There's your info.
Captain McFarland will be cooking. He'll be doing grilling stuff. Outside of that, I
June
don't.
17th?
I think so.
That sounds about right.
Hold on. You two keep them entertained
Man.
without yelling at each other.
So what's
I
it-
can't promise.
What's it like being short?
I just.
How's the weather out
I
here?
guess that's not
Pretty good. Pretty good. Sometimes I
Don't make me mute you both.
you know the scene of the elf where it's like Buddy is his feet just dangle off of the bed. That's kind of how I feel. That's how it is being tall.
I've never seen Elf.
You know what? What?
Mm-hmm.
There's no
Foreshadow.
way. You mean to tell me that you've had like what 48 Christmases and you and you've never seen Elf?
No, I've never seen Elf.
That's crazy. That's crazy. It's a good movie. But that's kind of how I feel. You know, sometimes you gotta custom buy shoes. I feel like a
That
giant
sucks.
in the shower. Yeah, you could probably shop in like the kids section of that Gap.
Stuff is
Gap
cheaper.
Kids.
It's cheaper.
You paid $20 for a pair of shoes.
It's cheaper.
Oh my god. Why are we keeping them entertained?
He's looking.
I was
up
looking for
info.
see if I could find some info, but I don't have any on my email.
Oh, Brian literally sent out the flyer.
I know I can't find it.
No, I know, but isn't he watching? Brian, give him the
Brian.
information.
Brian, if you're still in here, can you send that to me real quick?
I don't have the information. Hannah RSVP'd for me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I don't think we really need to
I said it's
RSVP. I think it's
upsetting,
we're
but-
going to be there.
You knew it was going to happen, or I wasn't going to be there. More than likely.
Do we have any?
yeah.
I would just like to point out that we got we had 2 clients this week reach out, giving us huge compliments on the officers that they had out there. So
did.
Whenever you guys feel like they're not watching, we're here, and those people are getting rewards. So.
I'm watching you,
I'm
Matt
watching.
Wazowski.
I'm watching you,
Always
especially everybody that comments on this
watching.
podcast. You're under my microscope. But no, I mean we're always watching. We always, and those people are getting some pretty solid rewards. So keep up the good work to those people. I'm not going to say who it is, so that everybody thinks it's them. Keep up the good work.
I know it's not you.
Glad I got that one.
You.
So the weather.
All right. So
whatever,
on that
goodbye.
somber note, I will say you're doing good. I'm proud of you.
No, you can't just like bash on me for the last 30 minutes and then just.
It's only been-
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
Oh, it has been 20. It's been 29.
I'm proud of you.
You both have been doing well. So if Sergeant Bassett and Sergeant Skinner,
Yep.
yeah, those guys have
Yep.
all been stepping up.
No,
you guys have been handling
They've
it.
been doing fantastic.
Yep.
I
Phenomenal.
don't understand how those guys do it, but I
I'm
mean,
not after him.
huh?
Lieutenant Coop is after Lieutenant Lulu today.
Always. It's a constant thing. But I mean, I can tell him that we have an open shift. That kid would be like, oh yeah, okay,
Sergeant Bassett. Yep.
Yep.
there you go, it's done, it's taken care
Covered.
of. And I'm like, how, dude? How? Maybe it's because me and Brown don't get the opportunity to like personally get to know our officers because there's so many of them
I
and
think
so
that's
many
part of
sites.
what
So
it is.
something to say about being a supervisor over
Account.
I'd say a smaller an individual account like them or Union Station is you get to know those officers really well. And
Right.
so I have that relationship with a few of them because one, I've known a few of them because I was a sergeant over them when I was sergeant over unarmed and they were regular unarmed officers. Don't start with me.
And Coop was my first sergeant
I was.
5 years ago.
All the supervisors in the company I was sergeant over at one point or another, or a supervisor of.
I just passed my 1 year.
Lieutenant Ortiz, I was her first supervisor.
Really?
Kim, I was her first supervisor. Brown, April, I think Rosa started on overnight. I think where did Rosa start? He wasn't mine though. He started with Ortiz.
He was patrol, wasn't he?
No,
I think he quickly moved
stores
to.
stores
okay.
to patrol,
Yeah.
and then McFarland I wasn't. But almost every supervisor except a few of you guys, I was over at one. I was their starting supervisor.
Yeah. There was one officer that told me that he uses you as like the grading scale when he meets new officers. He was like, "How do you feel about Lieutenant Coop?" It's like if they say that he's really mean, then I know all I need to know about that officer.
You know, I hear that all the time from officers. They go, you can tell what kind of officer you're talking to by the response when you mention my name.
Yep.
If you get the response that dude's an asshole, they know that you either do less than the minimum, or you don't like to help, or that you got a bad attitude or something. Or if they get the response, hey, that guy's pretty cool, he always helps me out, then they know that you do extra and help out.
That was my initial thought. But
I'm an asshole. most
after
people,
orientation, absolutely.
oh yeah, no, it's the first week everybody thinks I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I to this day I am 85% of the time I'm an asshole, and then there's the rest of the 15% that I'm not, and it's the day of the week. What day is it? Is it Monday? Monday, I'm an asshole. Fridays, I'm generally a whole lot nicer. And then what's going on? Are there a bunch of client complaints? Or there, stuff like that? That will almost always determine the mood I'm in and what kind of person, what kind of
Mine's
am I an asshole or not?
one mood, and it's every day that ends in Y. So
Just sleep deprived. We know.
sleep deprived, cranky, and on a short fuse. So. All right,
But-
are we gonna actually?
Yes, we're
wrap
actually
it up?
gonna
Okay,
do it.
yeah. I was about to say, we keep.
I think it's the third.
It's my
So
ADHD.
we appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for everything you do. Last time I'm going to say it, but we will not be live Monday. We will not have a show Monday. We will be back live Friday. We appreciate everything you guys do in the field that allows us to keep acting like idiots on YouTube and be here and do other things like the events that we do and stuff like that. So thank you so much for all the hard work and all the dedication. Thank you to all the supervisors who do everything they do, and thank you to you officers. So we appreciate it so much. Enjoy your weekend.
you, guys.
Stay safe. Keep your head on a swivel, and we will catch you guys on the next live. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.